Deb says Spiro is a picky eater.
I cannot ever go out to eat without this guy saying, oh my God, you know how much fat's in that.
But her blind date had a hearty appetite.
We had all sorts of different things and it was fattening.
Meanwhile, on Spiro's blind date,
You made us want a dessert. Chocolate pie.
he went off his diet.
Actually, she spent the night.
I was like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I jumped right into that bed.
Now, will they still have a taste for each other?
He's a total food Nazi, this guy.
Or will they have a change of heart?
Change of heart. So let's meet our couple. Now, he's the popular personal trainer who used to be overweight and dateless. She's a hot New York City fashion model who used to be, well, a hot New York City fashion model. Now they met, of course, at the gym, and they've been pumping iron together now for the past 5 months. Please welcome Spiro Stamboulis and Deb Proctor. Welcome to the show. Deb, fill us in a little bit. Give us some background as to why you guys decided to come on here and go on these dates.
Well, I think that I'm always under pressure from Spiro to be the perfect date, and I have to do this and do that to make him happy, and he's always trying to please me in a way and being a little bit of a puppy dog. I think that I just need a little bit of a change, and I think also that he could go out with someone else, another test date.
Now, Deb, how would you describe your dating experience with this guy?
It's, Spiro's a little bit like a high school boy. I feel as though I have to be his mother sometimes, or his big sister, teaching him a little bit about stuff. And I really think
that's not true at all.
It's totally true.
It's just that I try to make her happy.
Right, but that's the thing.
I try to make her happy. When she wants to do something,
you do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, she's like, I want to go see a Broadway show. Okay, let's go get tickets and let's go see a Broadway.
Yeah, but she's saying like maybe you're too easy.
Yes, I need you to take control. I need you to be a man sometimes.
All right, Spiro, let me ask you, Spiro, your relationship with Deb, what would you say is the biggest obstacle?
That she's a model. And everything revolves around her being a model.
I thought you liked that I'm a model. You told me that you
She goes to model parties. She doesn't invite me. I mean, I asked her. I said, can I go to a modeling party? Yes.
It's my job, though. I don't go to your job. I don't go to the gym with you.
You can go to the gym.
I don't stand there when you're training someone. I'm at a party. Sometimes I can't invite you.
He'd be a nice arm charm, kind of.
We could, but sometimes it's work. It's the thing. He doesn't understand.
No, well, Deb, what about the reverse? Wait, Deb, what about the reverse? Does his job get in the way of the relationship?
Sure. I mean, you should see. I cannot ever go out to eat without this guy saying, oh my God, you know how much fat's in that. Or the preservatives in that.
No, it's just that I have to watch what I eat.
He's a total food Nazi, this guy. I'm not kidding. He's
always
terrible.
That is so wrong. Chris, I'm telling you right now.
Yes, you are. You're always that. Yes, you are.
It's just because she doesn't have to watch what she eats. She can eat whatever she wants.
And protein bars with him everywhere. You do. He's probably in a suitcase. He has it now. I guarantee you. Like $1 million.
Now, all right, Spiro, you got some different eating habits, obviously. What about some other things that are different between the two of you?
Actually, to be honest with you, Chris, we're incompatible in bed.
In bed? That's right.
He's not talking about sex. He's not. Are you talking about sex?
No.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
No. All right, listen. All right, she's a light sleeper. I mean, if I roll over, she gets up. She's always cold. I'm kind of hot. I want to put the fan on.
But
she can't deal with it.
That's not that big a deal.
No.
I mean,
I wake up in the middle of the night. Boom, nobody next to me. She's on the couch.
Because he kicks me. He's
how does it make me feel? I don't even know she left.
I go to cuddle up, and he's like,
Now, Deb, compare Spiro to guys that you meet while you're modeling.
Oh, modeling guys. I mean, Spiro's really. I mean, he's so much better than a lot of the modeling guys. I mean, he's sweet. He's honest.
And those guys aren't.
No, not always. I mean, we have this, real connection, like some kind of chemistry I don't usually get. And I think a lot of those modeling guys are so really just into themselves, and they're, they sleep around us, all that kind of stuff.
Spiro, she just complimented you on your honesty. Can you do the same for her?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, she's got this really hard shell that it's really tough to get into, because every time I talk about something like emotional, she puts up this guard, but when she does let down her guard. She's really sensitive, and she's actually she's got a wild side to her. I mean, I have the scars to prove it from her high
Really? So
Spiro, my mom can't see the show.
Why did you want to come on the show, Spiro?
Well, to be honest with you, this is one of the longest relationships I've had, and this is kind of like she said, a short relationship for her. So I don't know if she really, really likes me that much, or if I'm important enough for her to kind of invite me to her modeling jobs, or those. If her career is more important than I am, and I kind of want to know.
Not
where we
bad.
stand. And
Right.
That's one of the reasons I came on the show.
So you want to set the record straight then? All right,
Yes,
we'll see if we can
exactly.
do that for you. Next, though, find out how Spiro's date ended up in his nightshirt. We'll do that next. Hang on. All right, welcome back. We are here with Spiro and Deb. Now, Spiro told us he wanted a date who has Deb's model looks without the height or the actual career. So we thought he might be hot for teacher, so we found him a petite one. Please welcome Ketchin and Deb. Hi, Ketchin. Nice to see you. You know Spiro? All right, have a seat. And Spiro, let me ask you, how were you feeling about this date with Ketchin?
Actually, I was a little frightened when we talked on the phone for the first
A little
time.
nervous.
No, well, she tells me what her email names are, and the first name was Bavarian Cream Pie, and the second one is Sexy Catch. So I was a little frightened.
I see. Now, so, Spiro, you're talking to her on the phone. What else did you learn about her?
Well, we were talking about going on our date, and she said she was going to wear this sexy dress, but she wasn't going to be able to wear any undergarments with it. So she asked me if that was okay, and I said,
Happy
yeah.
about that.
I said,
okay.
no, it's great. But
How unfortunate. Now, wait a minute. Here's a guy that's afraid of a couple of screen names. Heard with no underwear. You must have been horrified.
well, not horrified, no, but I was a little intimidated.
Oh, you're just loving it. Come on, come on.
Deb's not buying any of it.
I'm not buying that.
So you know what she had planned. Let me ask you this. You weren't going to, like, reciprocate and do
Well,
this,
no,
the same thing?
actually, I kind of had to do the favor and not wear any underwear.
Oh, you too, you figured.
Well, I mean, it was only fair.
Now, wait, Ketchin, did you know he was going to do that or not?
No, he's a great sport. I really appreciate that. He's beautiful. He has guns to steal eyes. He's a beautiful man. He's darling.
So you like that. So, Spiro, there you are. You guys obviously made a connection there
Yeah.
somehow. So did you make plans for, like, a big special date?
Yeah, we actually had an incredible date. We started off at a friend of mine's a head chef at this restaurant, and we got there before the restaurant opened up, and we got treated like kings and queens. I mean, candlelight dinner. They had a bottle of wine.
Did you eat, actually?
Yes, we ate.
Oh, I don't believe that one.
We ate.
Okay, yeah.
We actually ate a lot of food.
Nice private dining
It
experience?
was great. It was a great experience.
And Ketchin, do guys usually roll out the red carpet like this for you?
Not like this smorgasbord candlelight dinner. I had wine. We both had wine.
We had a lot of
We had
wine.
bread. We had all this fattening food. He ate it.
It was
loved
really
it.
good.
Wine, bread, fattening
He doesn't
food?
do that for me. I have
Oh,
to
no,
say,
that's not
yeah.
true. We do sometimes. Sometimes, just
Yeah.
not all the time. And
Twice
this was a
in 6
special
months
date.
or
This was.
whatever. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Spiro, you had a great dinner. I understand that afterwards, though, you guys went to a comedy club. And
Yes.
was she enjoying herself?
Yeah, actually, I was a little embarrassed. I mean, Ketchin's a great girl, but she's like in your face. And we went to this comedy club, and she was like so Long Island and like almost like heckling the comedians. And I was a little embarrassed. You know, it was. I shouldn't say that I was embarrassed.
So, Ketchin, you're getting a little wild here at the comedy club. Did you cause any other problems on this date?
Yeah.
Yeah?
One of Ketchin's traits, like I like to be spontaneous, so Spiro and I decided to go to a nudie bar. I decided to give him a little dance, and we almost got
A little
kicked out.
dance, let me tell you, it was an incredible dance.
And Ketchin, what happened? You almost what?
They almost kicked us out. They told us we had to stop. But he was getting really aroused, and I thought his seams were going to pop.
You know, I bet any guy with a pulse would have gotten aroused.
I hear you.
And
Now,
I was.
Spiro, describe her
Okay.
dance moves, though. What was she doing?
She could move like nobody's business. I mean, I've never seen a woman. I mean, she put the strippers to shame in there. She just shaked her hips, and then we went out dancing after the club too. And like I said, anybody that had any kind of pulse, any guy, I mean, guys were checking her out. They had to be turned on, and I was a little
Ketchin,
bit turned on.
You're outperforming the professionals. So how was he reacting? Was he like touching on you and stuff?
What didn't he touch? But what I like best is when he touched my lips with his soft lips.
We were dancing closely, and we had a nice
Right.
intimate kiss, we'll say.
Yeah. Now, Spiro, by your own admission, you haven't really dated all that much, you said?
No.
So what were you feeling when you took a break from the dancing and let things settle for a little bit?
Well, I was really attracted to her. I had a great time. I was just watching her and watching her dance, and the thing is, she's a quality girl. I mean, she's wild and fun and dance, but we talked about a lot of serious things, and I'm 30 years old. I'm a kid. you know, at heart, but I'm starting to get a little more mature. And we talked about family, and we talked about, you know, what she did for a living and how important it was.
So you could relate to her on different levels, but why can't you do that with Deb?
Well,
Yeah,
well,
go ahead. I want to know too.
she's got a totally different career. It's not like, I mean,
But
she's a teacher.
That's totally
she's a
different.
teacher, and it's totally different than being a model. You don't have to go to teacher parties. I mean, you know, right? Is that not true? And the thing is, it's also like she always challenges my intellect. She's always like, she wants me to read this book. Or
Always testing you kind of thing. Here's a test for you, Spiro. You and Deb have a problem in the same bed. Did you think that would be a problem if you and Ketchin were, you know, hanging out? Would you have the same problems?
Well, Chris, actually, she spent the night at my. And the thing is, I have like a lofted bed, and she loved it. She was like, "Oh, I love high beds," and da 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 da. And I also, since I always get hot, I have a fan, and she didn't mind the fan being on.
So you guys were really compatible then?
Yes,
you'd
we
say.
were.
Sounds like it.
And Ketchin, you were pretty comfortable, would you say?
I was comfortable, but I don't think Spiro was too comfortable knowing I didn't have any panties on, so he had to go sleep on the couch.
Oh, he did.
Well, no, I had to.
And is that why you left?
If I had to get into the bed, I don't know what happened. She had no underwear on.
But I had a long shirt on.
She had a long shirt on, exactly, and no underwear.
So that's
at
how
all.
she ended up in your nightshirt then, I guess.
Yes.
Now, Deb, but what about the
Yes.
temptation there? Does this make you a little crazy, or are you okay that they were all right?
Well, I can't say I'm thrilled about it, but hey, if they hit it off that beautifully, it sounds like they have a lot in common. It's interesting to learn these other side of somebody.
So, Spiro, overall, how are you feeling at the end of this date, and how would you sum it up?
I'd say that it was an incredible date. I had an incredible date with Ketchin. And seriously, to be honest with you, Chris, I'd need to meet an incredible woman to make me change my heart about Deb, because she's really incredible.
All right, well, we'll see how incredible this all was. Now, next, we're going to find out why Deb and her date almost got a ticket for indecent exposure. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back. We just heard what happened on Spiro's date with Ketchin, so let's meet Deb's date. Now, she wanted a complete contrast to Spiro, a confident guy who could order her a pizza and then let her eat it too. Please welcome New York City firefighter George Farinacci. George, good to see you. How are you? You know Deb? Have a seat. And Deb, could you tell right away that George was a really confident guy?
No.
No.
Not really. When we first spoke on the phone, we were planning our date. I was saying, well, let's do something. And he just kind of wanted to wander around and kind of roam in some place or another. And I sort of wanted a guy to take control and say, let's do this or do that.
So you didn't
That's
like
how I
that. Now, Deb, what about when you first met him, though? Did it at least take control at that moment?
Yeah.
Show
it was
some
good.
confidence?
It was very confident. He shook my hand, and, you know, that strong fireman handshake, and these beautiful hands, because, you know, Spiro sometimes he bites his nails and stuff, so I noticed George had really nice hands.
Get out of here.
He does, and George had nice hands.
So, George, you got a glimpse of your hands. What's the first thing you noticed about her?
I'll tell you the truth, she walked up to the car and all I saw was legs. It was just two long legs, pair of short shorts, and it was wonderful.
Pair of short shorts.
She got in the car, beautiful face, looked a little bit like Jessica Lange, and I thought, geez, beautiful model. What's wrong going out with a
Yeah,
model,
but wait a
dude?
minute. Wait.
there's nothing wrong with going out
Spiro,
with
not for nothing. You're reacting about short shorts. You got her in your bed with no underwear. Come on.
Yeah, but that's the end of the date. Not the beginning of the date.
I see. So, Deb, did George's legs strike your fancy like his, like yours did for him?
Yeah, you know, he had nice legs, and also nice, manly, hairy legs. Don't laugh, because Spiro sometimes shaves his legs. So muscular. He's got the hair on his head, or he's worried about the hair on his legs.
Oh.
All right, so, George, I understand you guys went hiking. So did you have to pack anything special, or...
Actually, for the road trip and the hike, all we brought was some water. But I thought about going back for some protein bars, like Big Guy might have done here.
Okay. All right, tough guy. Hey, you know, hey, did she take a look at your small hose? Oh!
Nice.
So, George, what did Deb tip you off about this guy? Is that what you knew a little bit about?
Yeah. She had advised me earlier how he likes to go to a restaurant and weigh his food, put a couple of pieces of sushi on the weight scale, and see what's going on.
He was
Try
trained
all
for
his
that
food.
night.
So, Deb, what's
Yes.
it like, doing something physical with George as opposed to exercising with Spiro?
Oh, it was nice to George. It was felt like we were on a real date, like a boyfriend-girlfriend thing, because we didn't have to take pulse points, resting pulse rates.
we never have to do that.
Yes, we do. And it was just relaxing. I didn't feel like if I could eat anything I wanted. If we wanted to stop hiking, we could do anything we wanted.
So a little
I didn't
different, right?
Yeah, it was relaxing.
So,
It was
George,
nice.
was there any romance on the trail, or is it just all business?
Well, we had a nice little walk on the trails, and I reached out, grabbed her hand a little bit, but felt like there was a little bit of a wall up. I couldn't really get a good read on.
You know what? See,
Deb
the
here.
same thing I feel. She's got a wall up.
And Deb, how about you? How are you feeling at this point?
Oh, I was enjoying this company, but I do have, I'm a slow mover. I don't know. I just don't like to jump into things.
So it was a little early on, but what about
Yeah.
as the date progressed, though? You get a little more
Well, as the
comfortable?
day went on, we went and we stopped for a beer, and that was fun. And, we had a lot to talk about, which was great. We talked about, New York politics and movies and music and food and all
there she
sorts
goes.
of things, and I really enjoyed that. And I think we gave each other a few touches here and there. It was kind of nice.
Things are
Really?
getting
all
more
it's all
intimate.
Yeah,
Now, Deb,
yeah.
are those the kind of conversations that you just can't have with Spiro?
No, we can have some, but I think that, I think George was really up on what was going on in the world and current events.
Yeah,
and
she's got me
book
reading the
things,
newspaper every day so I can keep up current events with her.
Well, it's nice.
Nothing wrong with
Well, you
reading
know
the
what? Since you guys
newspaper.
are sitting in the
Something to
firehouse all the time, you have time to sit there.
We're reading the newspaper. We're staying up on current events.
George, you got to see the intellectual side of Deb. What about the wild side, a little crazy side?
Debbie has got quite a wild side. Sitting there in my car, I'm going to change lanes. I look to my right. She's in her underwear and her bra and panties. She was slipping her dress over, and
We were
I
late, so
caught
I
a glimpse of
quickly
this.
changed in the car. That's what happened.
I see.
But I can assure you, if we got pulled over by the cops going the wrong way on a one-way
We
street,
did. We
it
went
wouldn't
the
have been a
wrong
problem.
way. It was kind
You
of.
might have had some problems there at that point, I'm sure. So, Deb, there you are. You finally make it to dinner. How was that?
Oh, it was great. We had a great dinner, and we had all sorts of different things, and it was fattening, loaded with preservatives.
Loaded with
Everything
fat,
wrong
yes.
with it was
And
great.
delicious.
And delicious.
Delicious.
Indian food, a
Yes.
little bit
And
of this,
nobody
a little bit of
criticizing
that.
anything you ate.
No, we
now,
ate
George,
everything,
it
anything.
sounds like she's
It's
warming
great.
up a little bit here. Did things start to pick up in the intimacy department?
It moved along a little bit, or at least I tested the waters a little bit more. We went down for a couple of drinks on the Lower East Side, and I moved in. I had my hand on her thigh a little bit, and it felt like it was moving nice.
And at that point, Deb, were you comfortable with what was going on?
Oh, no, actually, the bartender knew Spiro. It was just this weird coincidence, so I felt kind of uncomfortable.
Oh,
So I
great, like
thought-
somebody's spying
Yeah,
on
well,
you.
wasn't I thought,
No,
she was
it had
coming back
nothing
and
to
Come on,
do
did
with
the guy give you a heads up on what was going on?
But it was-
No, I didn't get any
I
information.
was feeling a little uncomfortable. I mean, I was liking it, but
So
I
a
was
little
feeling
defensive. So,
Yeah.
Deb, there you are at the end of the date. How were you feeling at that point?
I'm a little confused. I mean, I really had a good time, but I just had this really passionate kind of bond with Spiro, and I was really enjoying George, and he gave me a hug, and I enjoyed that. It was so warm and beautiful, and he gave me a little kiss, and I usually wouldn't kiss someone on the first date, but I gave him a kiss back, and it felt nice and warm. And I
What
was
took
just
us
feeling-
3 dates?
Felt awfully nice.
Yes, yeah, it felt nice.
So you made an exception there. Now, Deb, your connection
Yes.
with Spiro compared to your connection with George, the differences.
Well, they're different. I think George and I had a lot in common, and I feel very like a warm, like a tender feeling. And Spiro, I feel like a very passionate kind of feeling, but we have certain other things in common. It'd be nice, kind of
Mix 'em
combine them. Yeah.
She wants the ultimate man, is what it is. She's
All right, well,
she's
you
never
guys
happy.
came here to make a decision. You're going to have to do that next. Now, both Spiro and Deb took a bite out of the Big Apple on their dates, but find out who's the apple of their eye. We'll do that next. All right, welcome back. Here we are with Spiro and Deb. Now, they came here to see if she'd look at their relationship as more than just a drop in the bucket, and if he'd learn how to become more secure dating a model. So, we're going to start with you, Deb, and get your decision first. Now, you said you had feelings for both your boyfriend and for your date, George. So you were a little bit conflicted, and you can only choose one. So we got to get your decision. What do you say?
Well, Spiro and I have this very passionate connection, and George and I had a really great time and a good connection, a warm connection, but I'm going to go for the passion.
Stay together. All right, George, sorry things didn't work out for you. But thanks for being here. Spiro, we're going to get your decision now. Now, Deb wants to stay together. You obviously care for her. You guys have been hanging out, but you hate her career. That is a problem, obviously. So you went out with Ketchin. You guys had a really good time. Sexy dancing was going on. She shared your bed there a little bit. What do you say?
Well, Ketchin's a wild child, but she's also got like a soft side inside. And I think in going out with her, it made me realize that I want to stay together with Deb because I want to break down her walls
Stay together.
and get her soft side.
And you, okay. Well, Ketchin, sorry things didn't work out. And And hopefully, by coming on the show, the two of you have learned that it's not the career, it's not who else you date. And Spiro, good luck getting through to that softer side of Deb. That'd be nice. All right, that's our show for today. Thanks to Ketchin and George, and good luck to Spiro and Deb. And we'll see you next time right here on Change of Heart.